Hello to Health. Microscopia presents. This content is not medical advice. Consult a licensed professional for all health concerns. Some visuals may be AI generated.
Today, we're taking a really important look at frontotemporal dementia, or FTD. It's a condition many only heard about recently, particularly through the experience of actor Bruce Willis and his family.
It is, and it's an intensely complex group of disorders, often misunderstood. Our goal today is to cut through that complexity and clarify what FTD actually is.
We have to start with that detail that initially caused confusion. His wife Emma Hemming Willis mentioned the very first sign was dismissed.
Yes, it was initially thought to be a return of his childhood stuttering, which is such an instructive starting point.
So, the neurodegeneration started affecting his ability to get the words out, but it just looked like the old problem coming back, but maybe worse.
Precisely. The underlying language problems from FTD made an existing weakness, that stutter, much more pronounced. This shows just how easily the early subtle signs can be missed or mistaken.
So, let's pin down the name. Frontotemporal dementia. Where in the brain are we talking about?
Fronto refers to the frontal lobes right behind your forehead. Temporal is the temporal lobes, behind your ears. Dementia means progressive nerve cell loss in those areas.
And what do those parts do?
The frontal lobe is your command center. It handles personality, judgment, social behavior, and planning. The temporal lobes are involved in language, understanding and producing it, and memory.
So damage there directly leads to problems in those areas: behavior, personality, language.
Exactly. The specific location of the damage dictates the symptoms. This is why FTD is notoriously difficult to diagnose initially.
Because the symptoms can look like other things.
They get misdiagnosed as depression all the time, or sometimes Parkinson's, or even psychiatric issues, and that misdiagnosis means lost time.
How long does it typically take to get the right diagnosis?
The average figure is quite shocking. About 3.6 years. That's 3.5 crucial years spent battling something unknown.
FTD presents in two main ways, depending on whether the frontal or temporal lobes are hit hardest first. Let's start with the behavioral variant, BVFTD.
Behavioral variant FTD is when those frontal lobes are primarily affected early on. You see dramatic changes in personality and behavior.
Things like impulse control just disappearing.
Yes. Loss of inhibition is huge. People might do socially inappropriate things, make crude remarks, lose their filter completely. There's also a striking loss of empathy.
And odd compulsions like intense food cravings for sweet things?
Absolutely. Another major symptom is apathy, a real lack of motivation or interest in things they used to enjoy. This is where the confusion with depression comes in.
But the difference is self-awareness.
That's the most difficult part for families. People with BVFTD frequently lack insight into their own changes. They insist everything is fine, even when acting completely inappropriately.
That immense burden is felt almost entirely by those around them. What happens if the damage starts more in the temporal lobes, the language centers?
Then we move to primary progressive aphasia, or PPA. This is the language-led form of FTD, the initial syndrome identified in Bruce Willis's case.
Aphasia meaning difficulty with language.
PPA affects speaking, understanding language, reading, and writing. It breaks down into subtypes. One is semantic variant, PPA, meaning the person loses the meaning of words, the concepts behind them. They might forget what familiar objects are for, or substitute a specific word like hammer with a general one, like that thingy.
That's a deep erosion of understanding.
The other main type is non-fluent agrammatic variant PPA. Here, the struggle is with producing speech. It becomes very effortful, hesitant, and halting.
Very basic ungrammatical structure.
Yes, and this difficulty can progress into apraxia of speech. The brain knows the word, but it struggles to coordinate the mouth muscles to form the sounds correctly. The signal gets scrambled on the way out.
Okay, let's clear up that initial confusion around the Willis diagnosis. The whole aphasia progressed into FTD narrative.
It's crucial to get this right. Bruce Willis was first diagnosed with aphasia. Later, investigation revealed the underlying cause of his specific aphasia, PPA, was frontotemporal dementia.
So FTD is the underlying damage. PPA is the symptom you observe. It wasn't one disease turning into another. It was clarifying the root cause.
Precisely. The FTD was there all along, causing the PPA. That's why the main advocacy group, the AFTD, shifted away from the word dementia.
Because dementia makes people think of Alzheimer's and severe widespread memory loss.
Right. In early FTD, memory can actually be relatively intact. Using degeneration emphasizes the progressive nature of the brain cell loss without invoking those inaccurate stereotypes.
Let's turn to the tougher aspects. The prognosis. It is progressive, and it does shorten lifespan.
It is a terminal diagnosis. The average life expectancy after symptoms appear is somewhere in the range of 6 to 8 years. Later stages are challenging as swallowing becomes unsafe and movement declines.
We know there's no cure right now.
Correct. Currently, there are no treatments to stop or slow the underlying neurodegeneration, so all the focus is on managing the symptoms.
Things like speech therapy to find workarounds, and occupational therapy to adapt the environment.
And for behavioral symptoms, medications like SSRIs can help with apathy or compulsive behavior. A calm, stable, predictable environment is also absolutely crucial.
This brings us to the immense undertaking of the caregiver. Emma Hemming Willis described caregiving for FTD as one of the hardest, most heartbreaking jobs.
She really emphasized the need for the caregiver to get support. That line about self-care not being selfish but survival really stands out. The toll is enormous.
The isolation must be profound when you're grieving the loss of the person you knew while dealing with challenging behaviors.
Recognizing that the caregiver needs care too. Therapy, support groups, respite. It's absolutely vital for sustainable caregiving.
And the Willis family sharing their story had a tangible impact. The AFTD reported an 18-fold increase in visitors to their website. That visibility helped shorten that terrible 3.6-year diagnostic journey for others. So, we've covered a lot. But here's the final thought to consider. What's the sign that should really prompt you or someone you know to get checked out?
The single most important factor to watch for is this. Are the symptoms, whether they're behavioral changes, language difficulties, or coordination issues, consistently getting worse over time? And crucially, are they starting to negatively impact daily life? Is it interfering with work, relationships, managing finances?
If you see that pattern, consistent worsening and functional impact, that's the signal that an evaluation by a specialist is really warranted. If you or someone you know is affected by FTD, we've linked to the Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration, the AFTD, in the description below. Thank you for watching, and please share this video to help raise awareness.
Thank you for joining us in this short but informative review. We hope you found it interesting. Long live life.